The world is changing fast, and the leaders who thrive aren't just keeping up. They're adapting, innovating, and evolving ahead of the curve. In this video, we'll explore what the future of leadership looks like and how you can rise with it. If you're ready to lead the change, hit like and subscribe. Let's dive in. Leadership is evolving fast. The era of predictable markets, long-term planning cycles, and hierarchical command structures is fading. In its place rises a new paradigm, a world of accelerating change, digital disruption, global interconnection, and increasing complexity. From geopolitical tensions to AI revolutions, climate challenges to generational shifts in the workplace, leaders today are tasked with guiding organizations through uncertainty that feels more like a permanent state than a temporary storm. The collapse of the traditional leadership model. For decades, leadership was built on stability. Corporate leaders followed well-worn paths, annual strategy meetings, 5-year plans, and a top-down structure where decisions trickled from the boardroom to the front lines. Success depended on optimizing known systems. But the 21st century rewrote the rules. The digital age brought global competition, instant communication, and exponential change. Suddenly, a startup in Estonia could outpace a conglomerate in New York. Technology cycles shortened from decades to months. In this environment, traditional leadership, slow, rigid, and linear, began to fail. Crises like the 2008 financial meltdown, the COVID-19 pandemic, and ongoing climate disasters have only accelerated the shift. Leaders are now expected to respond to volatility with agility, to anticipate the unseeable, and to build organizations that can pivot at speed without losing purpose. The future belongs to adaptive leaders. If the old leadership model was about control, the new one is about adaptation. Adaptive leaders are those who thrive in ambiguity, learn quickly, and help others do the same. They're not reactive. They're responsive, proactive, and deeply curious. Adaptive leadership isn't just a theory, it's a survival skill. During the COVID-19 pandemic, for example, companies that quickly transitioned to remote work, digital platforms, and new customer service models survived, and often thrived. Leaders who were open to experimentation and who trusted their teams to innovate on the fly demonstrated that agility is no longer optional. What sets adaptive leaders apart? They challenge assumptions. They constantly reevaluate what they know and remain open to being wrong. They empower others. They flatten hierarchies to accelerate decision-making and tap into collective intelligence. They learn in real time. Adaptive leaders learn from failure, feedback, and even competitors, treating every situation as a learning opportunity. Leading with emotional intelligence. As technology grows more advanced, emotional intelligence becomes more essential. Machines can process data, but only humans can build trust, inspire hope, and lead with empathy. The future of leadership is not just digital, it's deeply human. Emotional intelligence, EQ, allows leaders to read a room, understand others' emotions, manage their own responses, and navigate sensitive conversations. In a world where remote work and multicultural teams are the norm, these skills are critical. Tomorrow's leaders must cultivate emotional self-awareness, active listening, and a genuine concern for others. Not as a soft skill, but as a leadership cornerstone. Embracing technology without losing touch. The leaders of the future must be digitally fluent. This doesn't mean they need to code or engineer software, but they must understand how technology transforms business, communication, and decision-making. From artificial intelligence to blockchain, leaders must grasp both the opportunities and the ethical implications of tech. A modern CEO, for example, should understand how data analytics can guide product development, how automation can increase efficiency, and how cybersecurity is essential to trust. But they must also protect the human heart of the organization, purpose, inclusion, and belonging. The rise of purpose-driven leadership. Today's employees, especially millennials and Gen Z, aren't satisfied with profit-only missions. They want to work for organizations that stand for something: climate action, diversity, mental health, community impact. As a result, the future of leadership is purpose-driven. Great leaders articulate a mission that resonates beyond the bottom line. They weave meaning into the work, aligning business goals with societal good. Patagonia's mission to save the planet or Microsoft's commitment to sustainability are not marketing gimmicks. They're strategic imperatives led from the top. Building resilience into culture. Change is not a one-time event, it's a constant. Leaders who embrace this truth understand that their role is not to eliminate disruption, but to help their teams become resilient to it. Organizational resilience doesn't come from rigid planning. It comes from flexibility, psychological safety, and shared vision. Future leaders build systems that can adapt without breaking and cultures that can bounce back without burnout. Resilience also means preparing for the unexpected. Leaders who invested in remote capabilities before 2020 were far more prepared for the pandemic. Future-ready leaders don't just hope for the best. They scenario plan for the worst while staying optimistic about what's possible. Global thinking and inclusive leadership. The future of leadership is global. Technology has erased borders, making cross-cultural collaboration the norm. Future leaders must think beyond national or regional boundaries. They must lead across cultures, time zones, and perspectives. This demands inclusive leadership, actively listening to diverse voices, encouraging differing viewpoints, and making decisions that reflect a broad range of experiences. Inclusivity isn't just ethical, it's strategic. Diverse teams consistently outperform homogeneous ones in problem-solving and innovation. Continuous learning as a leadership habit. The future moves too fast for static knowledge. Leaders who stop learning quickly fall behind. Continuous learning is not just about formal education. It's a mindset of curiosity, humility, and growth. Future-ready leaders rate widely, seek mentors, embrace reverse mentoring from younger generations, and stay open to feedback. They know that every challenge is a teacher, every failure is a textbook, and every person on the team has something to teach. In this environment, learning is not a luxury, it's a leadership discipline. The future doesn't wait, and neither should you. The leaders of tomorrow are already shifting today. If this sparked new ideas or challenged your mindset, give it a thumbs up, drop your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe for more bold insights to keep your leadership future-ready and unstoppable.